What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to talk about AMC, GME as well as the broader market. So today AMC was down for 3.24% for the day. It had a high of $20.94. The average volume on AMC is around 56.83 million, but today's volume was around 53.24 million. Today's volume indicates that the retail is still buying the stock. They are still interested in getting along with the stock. They are not giving up. The volume hasn't gone down significantly. Usually what happens is after this kind of a downtrend that we are experiencing specifically in AMC, the volume dies down, but in this the volume is still up, the retail is still interested and they are buying the dip. But how long this can go down? It's a very straight up manipulation that's going on in AMC, and there is no other solution to it. I personally think it's the market maker. They decide when they want the stock price to go up, and then they start shorting the stock back down to where they want. But AMC is a genuine business, and I personally believe it will do very well. It's kind of like a recovery play as well. From the last three time, every earning they had a very extraordinary numbers coming in. They all had a beat. So I personally believe if you are buying shares of AMC, there is nothing to be scared about. There is nothing to be worried about that the company might go bankrupt. Now, when we are talking in terms of GME, definitely they need a good new business model in order to keep up with the stock price as well as for the company to be in business. But AMC is definitely at another level. It's been retail driven stock, and the retail is interested in buying the stock because it's a genuine business. The same thing with HYMC as well. Now, this is the company in which AMC has invested quite a lot of money. It's a gold mining company and which has actually gone up quite a bit in stock price as well in the last month. I personally believe both AMC and HYMC have a very good chance of survival and doing well in the future as well. I'm not saying that GME won't be doing it right now according to what's happening. The GME price action, we can tell it straight away. GME is holding far more better than any other stock out there. But still, they need a new business model which can actually bring up more goodness into the company. Now, when we have a look at GME, it was up for 4.24% for the day. It had a high of $156.70. The average volume on GME is around 4.77 million, but today's volume was around 3.82 million. So the volume is still up. It's not dying down. Usually the volume goes down to 2 point something million, but the volume is keeping up. They are still buying the stock. They are still expecting there might be some sort of a upward momentum coming into the stock. Now, as we know, the overall broader market decides a major factor played in these two stocks. If the overall broader market start going up, definitely AMC and GME are likely to have more chances to go up as well, as the shorts have to cover their short position if the overall broader market started going up. Now we just have to wait and see how this is going to play out. Now let's come over to the SPY. SPY was up for 0.50% for the day. It had a high of $450.69. The low was around $445.59. In the morning, it went down quite a bit. In this current environment that we are in, usually it's a very clear-cut indication where the market is going to head, if it is in a downside or it's in an upside. Right now it's in a very confused state. It's not clear yet that the market might keep going up or it will keep going down. Just in my opinion, I believe the market is going to go back up to all-time highs before there is some sort of a significant downtrend coming into the overall broader market. Now let's come over to the options flow for the AMC and see what exactly the whales are doing. Majority of the whales are on to the downside. They are all buying puts, and these are pretty big amount of money they are putting in betting that the AMC will go down from here onwards. When I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the retail is doing, now the retail is still buying call options on AMC, but majority of them are onto the downside. But still there are a lot of retail, they are still betting that the AMC can go up from here onwards. Now I personally believe, like I just mentioned, if the overall broader market started going up, there is likely good chances of AMC to have another sort of gamma squeeze coming into AMC stock. The kind of volume we have seen in AMC and GME, this kind of a volume we don't even see in even big companies. It's an extraordinary amount of money that get poured into these stocks every time there is some sort of upward momentum. But I personally believe that AMC is a genuine business. You don't have to be scared about buying the stock of this company. Yes, definitely if you are playing options, that could be very risky. I personally believe you should do options, but with a very small amount of money. If you hit the spot, you can literally make 30 to $40,000 even from a $1,000 or $2,000 trade. You have to catch the right entry point for it. Or else when we talk in terms of risk and reward, reward is definitely extraordinary, but the risk is completely game over. You won't be able to have anything coming out of it. If a stock price go down, you can average down on your position, you can sell covered calls, you can do something out of it. But in the game of options, it is very risky on the downside. It will be a complete game over. You won't be having any money left on your side. Now when I look at the chart, you can see the call side is definitely higher than the put side. The retail is still having a sentiment towards the upside. Now let's come over to the options flow for the GME and see what exactly the whales are doing. When I bring the premium to max and see what the whales are doing right now today, they were majority of them are onto the upside and they are still buying a heap sort of call options. There was nothing suspicious that was coming out of the option flow. There was no big whale coming in indicating that there will be some sort of upward momentum coming into the stock. But when I look at the chart of put to call ratio, definitely is call side is killing the put side. The volume is definitely higher on the call side, the premiums are heavier on the call side. Now when I bring down the premium and see what exactly the retail is doing, the retail is as well onto the upside for the stock. All of them are buying call options and they are betting that the GME is going to go up from here onwards. Now let's come over to the options flow for the SPY. Now while looking at the options flow for the SPY, I can tell you clearly that majority of the whales are buying to the downside for the SPY, but there was nothing serious or a major whale coming in which was indicating some sort of a further downtrend into the SPY. When I look at the chart, you can see it for yourself. The majority of them are onto the downside for the market. They are all betting that this market is going to go down from here onwards. The volume on the put side was definitely higher than the call side. When I bring down the premium and see what exactly the mini whale is doing, majority of them are again onto the downside, but there were some sort of a call buying happening into the SPY. Right now these market makers are there playing their games in order to psychologically mess up the retail and the mini whales as well to get the money out of them. They're making the market go up and down zigzag, which is not giving any kind of a clear indication where the market is going to go from here onwards. But I personally believe that we will go in an upward momentum before we come into a final downtrend into the market. The rest, there was nothing majorly suspicious coming out of the options flow for the SPY. Hope so you like my video. Please like and subscribe my channel. I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.